Well, I made it down to Corpus Christi, but haven't come with any bait today, so I'll be coming back out later either this evening or in the morning with some shrimp and maybe some cut bait. But today we just got down here kind of late, and I thought, well, I don't want to try to get some bait, try to keep it fresh and everything else. So I got out old lure and the Suligag reel. Suigalang, there we go. And I went out wade casting, and I managed to get the reel doused about 4 times. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, I brought me some bottled water down, and I don't want to take a chance on this thing getting ruined by the salt water. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to douse it down and try to get any salt water that's on it off. I'll be going out and using it again here in a little bit, but in the meantime, just want to protect it. This Shakespeare rod really isn't designed for salt water either. Now this reel is supposed to be designed for salt water, although I told you guys a long time ago I really didn't think it was capable of standing up to too much of that, because there's no sealed bearings. You've got no seal on top for the felt washers, but I've really developed a fondness for this reel, so I wanted to bring it out here today and do a little casting with it. I didn't have any luck, but the old man gets tired quick, so I didn't spend much time out there. The waves are a little rough. For Corpus, this is pretty tough. For some other places in the country, it's not very rough, but for me, being out there, it kind of wore me down. So I'm going to compile all this into one video for the whole weekend, and we'll see how it ends up. All right, first thing, let me report on my fishing report is that I have not caught anything except one little 9-inch card head. However, I have gotten to use 3 rods and reels out here today, and one of them, the reel, that King Hawk OX580 that I rebuilt the other day. Hang on. Okay, so first let's talk about this reel that I did the rebuild on, and this is the one with no anti-reverse. And I haven't even tried to make that work out here today. But what I did find is that I hate this reel. It is a piece of junk. If you look at how it flexes on the rod. When you get something heavy, you're trying to wind in a heavy weight or something, that reel just bounces and springs all over the place. And the handle does the same thing. It's just as bad. This thing is a piece of junk. I don't like it. Somebody out there who would like a piece of junk reel, I'm more than willing to let them have. Next, we're going to get over here and talk about this reel. Chris has been recommending these Mitchell 302s to me for a while, telling me what a great, fantastic reel it is, and how much I would really like it if I ever took one out and fished with it. This particular one is bailless. It's got the PUM installed on it. And Chris talked me into that. Actually, he didn't talk me into it. He suggested that I might try one day. And of course, that was all it took for me to go out and buy one. So I did. I modified this one. And I must say, I don't like fishing bailless. I will probably end up putting that PUM up for sale and letting it go and going back to an original 302 bail, because I just really don't like fishing bailless. I think part of the problem is my fingers aren't long enough. But as far as the reel goes, man, this thing is a workhorse. It's like powering up a winch when you go to crank it in. I don't care how heavy what you got stuck on the bottom is, this thing just continues to grind. It's a really nice reel. Let's go talk about the other reel. This is the other reel that I've been using out here today, besides that King Hawk and the Mitchell 302, is this Daiwa 7000C, which is also converted. Now, this was my own concoction, converting over to the PUM. And the reason this was done is because I couldn't get a bail for this reel. It's a nice reel, but I couldn't find a good solid bail to put on it. So I said, well, what the heck, let's go PUM on it. This one, since I don't have a good bail to put on it, is probably going to stay just like that. I used it today. I'm rather happy with it. I do, it appears, need to adjust and shim the spool up just slightly because it appears that it's winding a little on the high side, and that's okay. But again, this one, much like that 302, is a workhorse. It's a really good solid reel. There's no flex, no bend, no twist in it. When you're winding, it's cranking in, and it's also a really nice reel. And so later in the video here, we'll be talking about, this will be tomorrow, I'll be putting a couple of other reels on, and we'll use those. The only one I'm really disappointed in is the King Hawk. It's just an absolute piece of garbage that I will not use anymore. It's a big reel, but that doesn't make it solid.